What's up, people? This your boy Plug, and welcome back to the channel. I have an update on this David and Celeste situation. Finally, people are starting to see what I've been saying. And if you don't believe me, check out my last video. The Tesla is the key to everything. It's gonna expose everything. TMZ have finally came to the realization what your boy been saying the whole time.
How do they know? I mean, the body could have been, she could have been dead for weeks, but maybe it was placed somewhere else for a while and then put in the trunk.
Right.
I mean, we don't know when it was put in the trunk unless they see surveillance video or, you know, there is one other way. Who has a Tesla? Anybody have a Tesla here?
Hamilton does.
Hey, Brendan, would a Tesla show you when a trunk is open?
What the hell
So if somebody opens your trunk, would there be some data showing it was open?
Yeah, and you would get like a notification to your phone.
So if they can do two things. They can subpoena and to get the data to find out when the trunk was last opened, which might show when the body was placed there, or they get video showing from the car itself. So there are two ways the Tesla could tell you when the body was placed in the trunk.
Because there's cameras like right on the front and right on the side, in between both doors.
So it just seems like at some point they're going to see
Your best timeline is going to come from the car, yeah.
Yeah, the best timeline is going to come from the car.
For sure.
And it may be that you see that the face of the person
Like
who
if you were
did
out in the parking lot right now and you tried to pop like I would be notified of that. Like he would have had to have gotten a notification, right? Like that your doors are unlocked, the trunk is popped open, tell you all that.
And it comes to your phone. So David would have gotten, even if he was on tour, he would have gotten a notification when his trunk was open.
Right, that someone was trying to access his car.
Huh.
For sure. They have all of that.
Here's a call I want to make. So that's interesting.
Then TMZ go into this theory about David being set up. Let me know how you feel in the comments. Do you feel like David is being set up? And if he is being set up, who is he being set up by?
Friend of the girl, put it in his trunk and park it by his house. I mean, it's like, what kind of person would, crazy person, would do that and think, oh, I'm going to get away with it by putting a body in a trunk and then going on tour?
Someone who might have panicked,
but also,
and is 20 years old.
But he had 2 weeks. But he had 2 weeks to move the car, Devin.
But you
he was on tour.
If he's on tour,
he was near LA. Wasn't he near LA for part of it?
At the beginning of the
very
tour,
first
in
one
early
was
August.
in near San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was
Del
the
Mar.
5th.
2 hours away.
Well, then you drive up from San Diego in the middle of the night.
It was
was
in
going to
San Diego
Phoenix
area,
next
San
night,
Francisco, and Phoenix. All those are easy to get back to
Call
LA.
a friend, something.
But if you're trying to frame him, why would you frame him at a time when you know he has an alibi, that he's out of town, that he's on tour? You can't.
But he also wouldn't have had access to the car or known what was going on in the car. But also, the other thing that pokes a hole in your theory is he would have been alerted that the things were opening in his car.
Right.
So he just didn't think anything of that?
I was told early on, and I'm not going to co-sign on this, but I was told early on by somebody connected to him that there were a lot of people, and those were, a lot of people is in quotes, who had access to that Tesla.
Which makes sense. He's 20 years old.
That's right.
He's got friends.
And it was a party house, and people were coming in and out of that. We knew that the Sunday before the body was found, the neighbors were complaining that they were having this loud party on a Sunday night. So a lot of people went in and out of this house. And I was told literally a day or two after the body was discovered, quote, a lot of people had access to that Tesla.
By the way, it's 10 minutes. The Tesla app will alert you if your trunk has been open for more than 10 minutes. What also is interesting?
Well, that's not 10 minutes.
What also is interesting is like on the app, like I can open my back trunk with the app, but if I try to open it from the front, it won't manually close back down. So if I open my back right now, I can close it down from the app.
But
the front,
one, you
it
actually
has to, someone you have to actually physically do it.
Well, why would he
if
open
it's less than 10
Well,
minutes?
I could open it, but I couldn't close it.
But the big thing is, if it's less than 10 minutes, it's not going to register on your phone.
Yeah, that's true.
So then it's got to be the camera. It's got to be the camera.
It has to be the camera. And again, I have to assume they do not have someone on camera putting, if they did, that person should be and would be arrested now.
I understand that. But how is the LAPD saying that they know the body was in the trunk for 2 weeks? I don't understand that. You wouldn't know that unless you have surveillance video or something showing it. And if you have that, you would have a suspect. And they said there's no suspect.
I don't know what we've accomplished here.
So basically, we right back where we started. But anyway, In other news, medical examiners have released the death certificate, and there's nothing new to see here. Cause of death is still undetermined. Although we are still waiting for toxicology, it feels like there's no hope. I do have another question. Why hasn't David said anything? Not a word. Only thing we heard is he is cooperating with the police. No condolences, no sympathy. I just don't understand. But I do have a rumor that the manager has spoke out. Here's a few screenshots of the conversation he had with the unknown outlet. I wonder why he didn't go to TMZ. So apparently Celeste Rivas' family reached out to the manager, and this is what he had to say about that. This video is false, and the person is misinformed. This is the only time I'll speak on this matter for now. This has been a tough time for my family, as I'm a father of 3 children. I receive no emails and I'm no one's roommate. I live full-time at home with my wife and kids. My daughter is 14, and this news is affecting so many lives. I never received any emails. I had zero knowledge of anything, and I don't live in California. Also, I work remotely 95% of the time, and my job doesn't require me to have much interaction with any of my clients, including David, as there are many others that work with him on the day-to-day, not me. This news is tragic for so many and for her family. I hope the proper authorities get to the bottom of it soon. Let me remind people, this is speculation and alleged. In the meantime, I am with my family, helping them. He even got in the comments and let people know he had absolutely nothing to do with this. But to be honest with you, you have to take some of this stuff with a grain of salt, because it's so much information and none of it is coming from the authorities. Actually, nothing is coming from the authorities. But anyway, let me know how you feel about this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Peace.
Hey. Plug talk. You're looking at the plug. Understand how the fuck my plug talk. Ooh, you know I got it.
Brought to you by Daily Plug.
Yeah.